Hey, what's going on, guys? Double 18 Set Shadow here. With set 3 now in full swing after a few weeks, we've also got the Flame of Lava Teen release tournaments going on, where it's been varied from what I hear. In my case, I went to one yesterday which was done as draft format, in which case we opened up booster packs and made decks of the cards that we picked up and used a few interesting mechanics for things that end up useless, like evos that you don't have the proper links to. So they came up with a charge concept, which I heard is on the official Shadowverse site. But I'm not going to get too much into those details, but I hear there have been some that did actual constructed format, some I think just did regular tournaments in cases, but it's been varied across. In any case, one thing that comes out of that tournament is this promo version of Humpty Dumpty with the Flame of Lava Teen stamp on it, and it is a foil promo. So, this one is available on TCG Player right now, currently at 5 listings and starting at $8. It has been selling, looks like players or sellers. Yeah, man, I have to find a way to get that aligned. But in any case, sellers right now seem to be getting a few multiple copies at this point, and most of the listings that are still available are only 1 to 2 copies each. As time passes, because this tournament is supposed to go through March, there should be more quantities that end up on the market later, so I would anticipate another decrease in price, although Humpty Dumpty is going to be one of the bigger cards in the set 3 format, so still watch for it. Beauty and the Beast, which is one of the decks that I had covered in the overall Shadowverse expense video that I made before. But this card itself is still incredibly cheap to pick up, and there are plenty of listings available on top of that. Beauty and the Beast is currently $1.74 base for the legendary, and if you want the super legendary, it's $14.49 base, both being lower than their current market prices. Just because it's cheap, though, I wouldn't degrade the deck. The deck is still pretty powerful, but given that the deck is also really expensive with the other pieces, I can understand if people don't really want to build it, given it's got a lot of competition. Like Valiant Fencer. So, this card got the buyout on its base legendary, and it's now aligned with the price of the super legendary at about $35. And when it comes to the evolved version, they're also pretty close in price. The regular evolved is $5 and the super legendary is $7.75 base. Though the market prices on those have a difference of over $6, almost $6. Although the Evo has less than 10 listings on both of its variants, but the regular version is down to a combined 3 listings between the regular and super legendary. So if you do need to pick up Valiant Fencer, it's long gone at this point. But let's see if anyone actually bought the base legendary, and I certainly hope not, given that the super legendary is really close. Well, the highest I see is 16, 16, $20. So this already got bought for $20. That's insane. Remember how I said Sword was going to be the cheapest deck of this format? Well, it's looking to get close to match Abyss at this point. And even saying that, Sword is still looking to be the cheapest in this format, given that I think it's only Valiant Fencer that's really expensive in the hero deck. Let's take a look at some other cards, though. Mystic King for the chess set deck doesn't seem to have a lot of popularity. We've got a lot of listings on the market for this one, and between its base form, the regular and super legendary are $5.75 and $7.40, while the evolved version, there's a pretty big gap in between these ones. The super legendary of the Evo is more expensive than the base version. Not by much, but it is still more expensive. $8.49 is the base price, and even the market price is 21 cents higher. And the regular of the Evo is $2.48 right now with a market price of $2.58, which is pretty in line with what you would expect between a legendary and an Evo. Looking at a few leader cards, we've got Daria Dimension Drifter from set 3, which is one of the bigger leader cards to pick up from set 3 right now. 9 listings available at 141 to start. And recent listings have been selling for 140 to 165. So if you want this, well, this one has been maintaining its value for a while, and I don't think it's going to drop off too much if it was this popular to begin with, and I'm going to show you another reason why in a bit. But we've also got a few other cards from set 3 to go over, like Princess Snow White, which is it's getting down there in terms of listings, 14 overall for its base legendary and 18 on the super legendary. And there's still a gap on price in these two, so no major risks I can see yet of buyout, but Haven is one of the more popular Fable decks, so I'd still pay attention to how the legendary moves. It's $375 right now for its base, which is higher than its current market price of $342, and the super legendary is $11, which is lower than its market price of $12.36. Okay, there is something else we have to talk about regarding Actress Faria. This is a neutral from set 3 that provides Fable counters. So, back when the set first released, I covered this card for its ridiculously high premium foil price, which was around $15. Unfortunately, you can see there are only 3 listings left, and they have been selling pretty consistently at over $10 and even $15 as of late. So if you have premium Actress Farahs, there are only 3 listings left starting from 16 going to 17, and they are selling. So if you have them, you have a little value in your pocket there. Something else that recently went up in value is Draconir Knuckle Dragon. Not the base form, but the Evo. Remember what I said before? Evo Golds have the potential to see a lot more value increases because they're printed less than their regular counterparts. So if we take a look at where this Evo has been going as of late, we're at 420s for a lot of sales recently. Someone bought this out at 70 cents earlier a few days ago. Oh, jeez. And they have been selling above $1. I really have not been paying much attention to this one, as it started out so cheap, and now it's just one of those that skyrocketed in value, so. And the thing is, it is getting bought periodically at the $4 plus mark, and all the listings right now are at least $4, so. Yeah, that's kind of interesting to see, given that I haven't really seen too much popularity of the Levitine Armor series. But yeah, this card is up in value at this point. So remember how I noted that Daria was pretty expensive as a leader card? Well, let's go back to set 1 and take a look at where some of the leader cards are right now. Zernitra Zealous Wings is still one of the most expensive leaders you can pick up, and even though it's been going down in price over the last months, you can still see it selling periodically for $100+, and the listings that are currently available are at least 120. So don't go downgrading old leaders just because a bunch of new ones come out. Some of them do retain their value and continue to sell. You've also got ones like Ramina Crescent Beast, which is for Havencraft. This one is also losing on its market price, but still sells every so often at 100+. And starts off at 110 right now for its listings. So if there were some leaders you were expecting and hoping would go down in value, some of them, I can tell you, will not go that far. Some have, but others, which have been more popular and I would say have some pretty good artwork, will likely stay up in value for quite some time. Another announcement I want to make is that for the booster set of Advent of Genesis, set 1, TCG Player has made 2 separate listings for the regular booster boxes and for the second print of the booster boxes. There is a significant difference in that the first wave prints had promo box toppers with them. The second print does not. So there are booster box cases for the second print, as well as booster boxes of the second print as well. Not booster packs, though, just keep that in mind. So, for any of you sellers who watch me as well, if you didn't see this, because I didn't see this until just now either, yeah, you got that split on the second printing and the first printing. So if you were putting your second printing boxes into the regular booster box listing, you're probably going to want to move that, given now TCG Player is trying to distinguish between the two. Looking a bit at Uma Musume, Ogre Recap is still holding at its current price without much movement. It's still about $17 and still low on listings for the Legendary. 5 overall there. And then the Super Legendary is still under $25, but with 8 listings. And if you want the sign, well, it's way above its market price on its lowest listing. It's $236.99 right now, and the market price is $163.41. And our last card for today is another one to watch on buyout status. It's Narita Brian. This card has increased in value slowly for its Legendary, and is now above its market price with 8 listings left at $8 to start. And the Super Legendary is currently at $15.12, but it's only got 4 listings left. So, yeah, Narita Brian is going, so just pay attention to this one if you're looking to build Swordcraft out of it. And for the signed SP, there's only 1 listing left at $420.69. And its market price is $116.79. So, yeah, just pay attention to Narita Brian. And overall, we've been covering a lot of the legendaries for Uma Musume for the last few days, and they've been either slowly increasing in value or they're just way up there at this point. So, don't forget about Uma Musume for set 3. There is still value in a lot of the cards in it. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.